Whether you are a low limit player or whether you are a high limit player, everybody always wants to do better at slot machines. Hi everyone, my name is Brantley. I am a slot technician. I've worked for years inside of the casino industry, and on this channel I give you guys tips and advice that's based on actual facts and actual experience of working in the industry, not just crazy guesses. And this video is going to be really important because if you do want to start doing better at slots and better in the casino, there are three big things that you really have to pay attention to and focus on. These three critical elements are very, very important, and a lot of slot players tend to overlook them or not even know that they are a big factor when it comes to winning or losing at the casino. For the first key, it is critical that you understand that, and that is why it is going to be key number one. And the next two keys after that, I'm going to be including some examples, some videos that we have shot in the past so that you guys can see them in action. So if you want to start doing better at the casino, you have come to the right place. Be sure to do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's get started. Foundation rule number one: nothing that you as the player can do can manipulate a slot machine. Now stop and think about this one for a moment. There is no casino or game maker on earth that would ever put a game into operation where you as the player could do any kind of a secret trick in order to better your odds or better your chances at that machine. These would be things like not your player's card, taking it in and out, taking the ticket in and out, tapping the screen, fast stopping the reels. None of that is real and none of that works. Before you ever ask a question about slot machines, stop and ask yourself if that question fits into this category. Is what I am about to ask any kind of form of me trying to manipulate the game to give me better odds? The answer is always going to be no. Slots are extremely psychological. This is a billion-dollar industry with the best human behavioral psychologists in the world working behind the scenes. Casinos love when you think that fast stopping the reels is going to help you because they make money faster. Casinos absolutely love when you sit down at a machine thinking that that pot is full or that pig is about to burst because they know that you're going to end up chasing it. These are all built-in mind tricks. And let's add to this a little bit more. I want you to really pause and think for a moment. Do you honestly believe that a casino or a game maker would allow any kind of a secret sauce or trick, like if you pull your player's card out at the right time or if you cash out and cycle your ticket through? Do you really honestly think that they would allow that? The answer is going to be no. And even if that secret trick did work, they would have realized it by now and they would have put a stop to it. So doing special tricks like turning up the volume to better your odds, do you honestly think that if that worked, there would be a lot more millionaires out there in the world and the casino would be packed with people doing it on purpose to get those better odds? No, because it does not work. You need to understand that foundational block. There is nothing that you, the player, can do at all to manipulate the slot machine into giving you better odds. This is a critical element that you need to clear your head of in order to become a better slots player. Why is that? Well, you're not going to be able to focus on the things that you need to be focusing on, which we will talk about in the next two keys, if your mind is clouded with all of the myths and all of the thinking that there's some kind of a secret method or secret sauce out there, because there's not. And this is where it gets really sad, because there's a lot of people, there's actually millions of people out there that believe these myths in their mind that if they do all these special things, they're going to have better odds. And the unfortunate and sad part is it affects millions of people a year, because these people will go out to the casino and they will keep trying and trying and trying, thinking that they have a better chance, when in reality they don't. This can lead a person down a very dangerous path. So is there a real way to do better at slots? Yes, there is, and that gets into element number two. The key foundational point number two is your budget, and your budget control is going to be 90% of your success at slots. Slots are a game of math. They are a pretty calculator. And people actually do win a lot more money than they think they do at slots. But what inevitably happens is they start falling victim to either all of these myths like, oh, I just won a whole bunch of money, so the slot is hot, I have to continue. And they ultimately will end up losing it. People don't properly calculate for their session. Most people are going to lose most of the time. This is a general rule of mathematics. The slots, even the best slots, you can still lose. The slots, no matter what, are always going to make money for the house. So how do you combat this? Well, there's really a couple things, but the first big thing is you need to set limits, set stopping points every time you sit down and play. If you get a big win when you're playing a slot machine, At that point, sit back before you hit that spin button, sit back and ask yourself, do I want to cash out or should I take a break? How comfortable am I with the budget where I'm at? That is a key element. And I know that that sounds very basic, but most people that play slots do not do this. And that ultimately leads them to a path of no success. Again, it's all psychology. Players get that rush of dopamine every time they get a big hit. They're like, wow, I could win more. As slots players, we've all been in that position. We've all felt that. It's human nature, but you have to learn to combat that. Now, the other side to budget is that people fail to keep everything into perspective. This is a really, really big thing, and I'll explain exactly what it means. Now, don't get me wrong. Big jackpots and big line hits do happen all the time, and I have seen it. I have seen times where players will put $20 into a machine, they hit the button once, and they hit the biggest jackpot of their life. But it is extremely rare to happen. Anytime that you are playing slots, you need to make sure to keep your reality in check. If you go into the casino with $20, you're probably not going to win. That's just a matter of mathematics. But if you walk into the casino with, say, $20,000, now you have a lot more room to play with. You can be a little more risky, and you have a lot more of a bankroll and a budget to really withstand those swings and long periods of losses. This is why, especially on YouTube, when you watch a lot of those high roller players out there playing, or if you watch videos of people winning these really, really big amounts, it can feel like, wow, that person really wins all the time. But the truth is that they have a much bigger budget. They can withstand all of those swings. They can take the losses. They have the budget to sit there and keep on playing. It's not because the machines are set any different, and it's not because they're doing something secret or some kind of a special sauce. This is just general mathematics. The more you have, the more play you get, the more you can ride out the losses. But the last thing that anybody should ever do is go outside of their personal budget or try to keep up with the Joneses. You should not do that. You should not attempt doing that. You need to make sure that you're staying within your own comfort zone, within your own budget. Do not run out and try to do $100 spins because you saw somebody else do it thinking that you're going to get the same result. That person might be able to withstand thousands or maybe even millions of dollars in losses and it not affect them, but it can affect the average player. So do not try to keep up with the Joneses or anything like that. Get your own personal budget figured out in mind and stay within that range. Your budget should always be your personal choice about what you can afford to comfortably and safely lose. And you never know, you might be the next lucky person that puts $20 into a slot machine, spends it once, and gets a big jackpot. And I'm sure that we will probably get some comments on this video of people that has happened too. And it is a really, really exciting thing to have happen, but just know that it is rare that it does happen. But never chase anything and never expect anything. This is really the second key foundational element. Today, we're at our partner casino, the Shoshone Rose in Lander, Wyoming, and they have a lot of exciting changes happening here. The first major change is that they've just built this brand new bar area here at the casino, and now you can get alcohol in the casino where previously you could not. So that is the first major change that's happened here. Plus, they have a bunch of new and exciting games that have just hit the floor, and we're gonna go get ready to go check them out. So get ready for an exciting video. All right, guys, we're gonna try one of the new games that's here at the Shoshone Rose. We're gonna try Misread. Now, I have not played this game before, so we're gonna see how it goes, and we put $100 in here. We'll see how far that gets us. Max bet on this one. Let's see what it is. It's $3.60. And we're gonna learn this game together. Oh, we got some expanding reel action. Look at that, not bad. Okay, got $3.20 for that. It's kind of a cool feature. We do have a bonus on this game as well, the Misread. Get 3 of those. Hopefully we get some more of those expanding reels to pop up here. And again, we started with $100. Oh, there we go. Didn't do us any good on that one. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, $3.20. We'll take that. Ooh, some good. There we go. All right, 15 bucks for that. I'm kind of liking this game. Got some flower action there. All right, we're up over what we started. We're at 107. We'll keep on going. Sweet. looked like an interesting title, so I figured I'd sit down and give it a shot, especially since it's a new game here. Kind of want to see the bonus on it. Oh, we got an expanding reel. There we go. Little win off that. Oh, too short of that misread bonus. Oh, got some expanding reels. We'll take that. $2.56. All right, come on. Here we go. Has some nice background music to it as well. Oh, this could be good. This could be good. Let's see. $72. Not bad. 72 bucks for that big bad win. All right, I'm liking this misread here with the end-to-end expanding reels. Still have not gotten the bonus yet, but we're up to $134. Not bad. That's a pretty good line hit. Being up is always good. All right, come on. More expanding reels. Let's get one of those really good line hits again. So in order to get the expanding reels, you have to have at least two of the same symbols somewhere on the screen, and it'll expand to the other one. So like if this lady was right here, the reel would have expanded out here. So that's how you get the expanding reel feature on this game. Just needed those wolves down there. There we go. So we get the expanding reel across there. Oh, and it is a touch screen. All right. I know you can't see on the video, but the screen is it's a 3D screen as well. So the symbols kind of pop out at you. There we go. All right. Wolves. Just needed wolves over here. Come on. It's missing wolves right here. Maybe we can trigger that. One more. I was just gonna say, I was literally just in the middle of saying hopefully we can trigger that bonus. And we got the expanding reel across the top. So now we get to see what the Granny's Free Games is all about here on Misread. Let's see. Pick a basket. Ooh, which basket should we pick? I like apples. We'll pick apples. 9 free games. Hey, that's the best one. Sweet. All right. Here we go. They're expanding. Of course, any 3 awards extra free games. Ooh, okay. We will take that. $96 for that. And we still have a lot more free games to go, so I'm kind of liking this game. All right, let's get more of those. Oh, so the wolves actually convert over. It's a double symbol, so that's pretty cool. Just need lots of those. Oh, we were one short of a retrigger. All right, still 5 more games. There we go. Got some expanding reels. Did not mean to do that. All right. A couple more free spins left. Let's fill that screen. Fill it. This is a pretty good bonus. We doubled our money already. Oh, come on. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. $144 for that. Just for that line hit right there. And we still have one more spin left to go. So we've more than doubled our money now. All right, come on, make it good. All right. I like this game. $269 for that bonus, so we have more than doubled our money. We're up to $359, so we've tripled our money. So let's give it a couple more spins. All right. Got some expanding reels. All right, we're at $350.16. We're going to cash out, so that's a nice little profit on Misread. And this is some of the new games that they have. They have a lot more games here all along the bar wall. So we put $100 in here, and we are cashing out with $350. And again, this is Misread here at the Shoshone Rose Casino. New title, right against the bar wall. All right, guys, so we just had a lot of luck on Misread, one of the new games here at the Shoshone Rose. So now we're going to move over to something a little more familiar. We're going to try Eagle Bucks. Now, the progressives on this Eagle Bucks game, that major is pretty high. $9,478 must hit before 10,000. That minor, $445 must hit before 500. So maybe we will get lucky. Eagle Bucks is not one of my personal favorites for the Ainsworth games, but those progressives are way too good to pass up. So we put our ticket in here from Misread. We cashed out that $350.16 ticket, and we put that in this machine. We're going to do $5 bets, and we're going to take it down to our original 100. So I'm only going to allot myself to play $250 of this ticket, and hopefully we can get a progressive or a bonus or something really good. Oh, one short. Of course, we need 3 of those Eagle Bucks to trigger the bonus. We're doing $5 bets, so maybe we will get lucky. Who knows? Maybe we'll trigger that progressive. Oh, come on. Oh, we got 9s. 9s and eggs. We'll take that. $10. Oh, come on. We need an Eagle Bucks bonus. Or one of those progressives. I'd take the minor for $445. Of course, I would also love that major for $9,478. Oh, one short. Come on. Aces and 9s, we'll take it. Come on, Eagle Bucks. Don't let me down. Let's get one of those progressives. One more. Oh. Come on, Eagle Bucks. Don't do that to me. Oh, there we go. We got some wolves. Oh, too bad that wasn't right there. Today is Friday here at the Shoshone Rose Casino. Oh, one more. And I will say this, they do these crazy drawings like all the time if you're using your Players Club card. And today they're giving away $500 every single hour between 7 and 10 if you're using your Players Club card. So always use your card because there's always those promotions going on. You never know. And 500 bucks is really, really good. That's $500 per person. That's not an aggregate. Some casinos, they'll say, oh, we're giving away $500, but it's split between a bunch of people. But not here. $500, they draw every single hour, $500 for a winner. So, oh, we got it. Finally. All right. So Eagle Bucks has 2 bonuses. The first bonus is the 10 free games. The second one is if you get the bonus and it is written in red with 5th reel held. That is the best bonus you can get. So let's see what we got. So it would say right here, 5th reel held. And that's random. But we just got regular 10 free games, so hopefully we get something good. We need those eagles to fall on these 3 reels to make the center wild. There's one. Come on, Eagle Bucks. We need more eagles. Oh, come on. More eagles. All right. At least we got the arches. Could be better, though. Come on, Eagle Bucks. 2 more spins. Let's make it good. Oh. All right. 32 bucks for the bonus. Could have been a lot better. Hey, at least we got the bonus. So continuing on with our gameplay. Who knows? Maybe we'll get the bonus again. Can always hope, right? 15 bucks for some jacks. We'll take it. That's ammo. All right. Come on, Eagle Bucks. Let's trigger that progressive. There's one. One doesn't count, unfortunately. Oh, just missing a 10 or an eagle right there. Need to get a good 5 of a kind. Come on, bonus. Or eagles or progressives. Oh, wasted eagles. Come on, Eagle Bucks. That progressive's still climbing. Oh, we got the arches, 15 bucks. We'll take that. There's one. One doesn't count. 2 doesn't count either. Has to be 3. All right, come on. Something good. We got aces. We'll take it. Just needed that eagle right there for those wolves. Oh, almost. Almost doesn't count, unfortunately. One more? Nope. Not today, Eagle Bucks. Got some queens there. All right. We need some ammo to keep us going. Oh, that was a blocker. All right, Eagle Bucks, come on. All right, we're almost to our $100. Oh, there we go. All right, we'll take that. 50 bucks. Gets us back up, gets us some more ammo to keep on going for that progressive. And we got 4 10s. Progressive right now is sitting at 447 for the minor. Oh, come on, Eagles. One short. All right, come on, Eagle Bucks. Been playing this game a while though, 7 minutes, not bad. There we go. 4 deer, 50 bucks. Gets us almost back up to 200. 3 deer, 3 tens, we'll take that. All right, it's keeping us going. Got some eggs. Just needed that right there. Come on. Let's get a bonus again. Maybe we'll get that 5th reel held bonus. That's an awesome bonus. That's a good one. If you ever get the 5th reel held bonus, that's a really good one. I have not gotten it in a long time on Eagle Bucks. Oh, 1 short. It would have been cool if it gave us the bonus right then and there. All right, wasted eagles. Come on. More wasted eagles. Ooh, $150. I knew that was going to be a good start to something good. And we're almost back up to what we started with in the machine, which is fantastic. So with these Ainsworth must-hit by machines, you want to just keep on. If you can keep on going, that's the best, because as long as you're sitting here playing, it does not matter your bet amount. It does not matter how many lines you're playing, anything like that. Everything qualifies for those must-hit by progressives. There we go, got some wolves. Just missing 1 right there for 5 of a kind. And remember, our stopping point is $100, so we're going to continue on until we get down to that $100 point. So that way we at least leave with what we started with in the other game. So between this machine and the machine we were on before, ooh, why couldn't you have been down? We're only in for $100. Come on, Eagle Bucks bonus. It's been a minute since we've had that bonus. More wasted eagles, come on. Thought we were gonna have some eggs there for a minute. There's 1, there's 2. No 3rd one. Oh, come on. Missing the wolf there. All right, got some aces. Wish that eagle was up 1. Oh, ooh. Talk about a good hit. $150. Whoa. We would have the other eagle there. We're up to 330. We're right back to where we started. And we've been playing this game for 10 minutes or so. So we're earning some good points. We're going for that progressive. So we're doing good on Eagle Bucks here. Oh, come on. Now would be the perfect time for a good bonus or another really good line hit or a progressive. If we got the progressive right now or a bonus right now, that would be phenomenal. But we will take 4 nines for $15. Oh! I thought I was gonna do it again. 5 buffalo. Well, we got 3 buffalo. We'll take that. All right, Eagle Bucks, come on. Ooh, there we go. Aces, 9s, some arches, $17. Oh, 50 bucks for 4 deer, but I thought I was gonna do that 5th deer. I got excited there for a minute. Hey, we're at a profit. Sweet. Still gonna stick with my original stopping point of 100, so, but we are pretty much at what we started with, which is fantastic. So anything from this point on, if we got that progressive or a good bonus, anything like that, it'd be icing on the cake. Just need that bonus to come out. It's been a minute. All right, come on, Eagle Bucks. Now, what would be really awesome in this video is if we could trigger that major to go off. The last time that I ever hit a major was here at the Shoshone Rose, and it was on the Enforcer machine right here to my right. That was the last time that I hit a major, and it was right around 94 that I hit it. And we'll take the 3 deer. Oh, all those wasted eagles. Come on. Oh, oh, oh. Take 5 eggs. One more. Shoot. All right. Come on, Eagle Bucks. Let's get serious now. Let's get a bonus, some more 5 of a kinds, or that progressive. Oh, one short of 5 eggs. There we go, 5 queens. Hey, ask and you shall receive. $100 for that. This is really keeping us in the game. We might be here for a minute. One more, do it. Come on. Can't give me a bonus right now while we're above 300? Come on. All right, hopefully bonus on this spin. Oh, so many wasted eagles. Well, we've been playing this game for a while now, and it's keeping us going. We're still doing good. And that minor is about to roll over to 450. So it's getting pretty up there. One short of the bonus again. Come on. Let's get 5 arches. Haven't had 5 arches before. Come on, bonus. Ah. Ooh. We were close to getting 5 arches. Since this is the day of ask and you shall receive, I'm going to ask for that major, $9,400. All right, Eagle Bucks. It's time for a 5 of a kind, or a bonus, or 5 bonus symbols. But we will take the 9s for $15. Oh, come on. Oh, almost had 5 deer. Almost. Almost had 5 9s. Wasted eagles. Come on, Eagle Bucks. And it's dropping the eagles. Not in the places we want them, but it's dropping the eagles. That doesn't mean anything, but it's just cool to see. Oh, that progressive's almost to 450. Almost. All right, we got $100 left, well, $99. So hopefully we can do something before we hit our $100 stopping point. We need some ammo to keep us going. So we need some 5 of a kinds, a bonus, lots of eagles that line up with something good, progressive, All right, miners at 450. Oh, come on. We got it. We got it. All right. 451. Boom, we got the miner. Sweet. $667. Guys, we started on $100 on that previous machine. We brought our profits to this machine, and we are at $667. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some backup spins. I'm going to take it to 650, and then after that, we're going to move on with our profits, and we're going to try another game. So I'll take this to 650. Oh, all right. Now, if it does keep us winning, then, you know, we'll take that. But 650 or 700, we'll say that. That'll be our stopping point. It's always important to have a stopping point, and always important to know your limits. Bonus. Right before 650, hey, maybe this will be that fifth reel held bonus. Ah, it's not. It would say it right here. But who knows? Maybe this will be a good game. All right. Come on. Ooh. All right. We'll take that. We're just missing that eagle right there. Good start. 55 bucks. Oh, plus a re-trigger. Plus a re-trigger. All right, Eagle Bucks. 13 games left. So we need lots of those eagles. Oh, that's good. That's arches. Okay. So the arches are one of the best symbols you can get. Let's keep this up. Can we get almost $1,000 in this game? Come on. Let's make it good. 8 more spins left. We need eagles. Lots of eagles. There's one. Come on, eagles. Let's see it. All right, 4 spins. Let's save it. Eagle, eagle, eagle. All right, last 2. We got the eagles. Yes. We got a lot of $50 line hits, $75 line hits. Guys, I think we're going to have $1,000 from this. We are over $1,000. We turned $100 into $1,000 here at the Shoshone Rose Casino. It is possible, guys. It does happen. We're going to stop this at $1,000, and then I'm going to show you what's really important to do after that. So at $1,000, we're going to stop. We're going to cash out. I mean, unless it keeps us going. All right, come on. Oh, I thought it was going to give us the bonus again. All right. Again, we're stopping at $1,000. We're going to cash out no matter what. That is going to be our stopping point. So last spin. Okay, never mind. We got 4 deer for 50 bucks. I guess we're going to continue on. Stopping point is $1,000. I can't believe that. We turned $100 into $1,000. This is what we talk about on the channel, guys, of building your bankroll up slowly. We got a lot of play out of this. Also, we built up a lot of comp points. They're doing crazy drawings every Friday this month here in July. So, oh, almost got 5 eggs. But guys, you can do it. You can do better at the casino through smart bankroll and smart money management, and just taking your time and taking it easy. You don't always have to jump into the first machine that you see. And try something new. I tried that new game. I had never played it before, and we did well on it. Who knows? Maybe we'll get really lucky and we will get that major. Hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened. But we are stopping at $1,000. We're not going to go below that. Take some arches. All right, we're almost to our $1,000 stopping point. All right, one more spin after this. So this is our final spin. All right, guys, we're going to find that collect button. We are going to cash out. We just turned $1,000 into $1,000 here at the Shoshone Rose Casino. Guys, like I said, you can do this. It just takes discipline, smart bankroll management, and money management. And what I'm going to show you now is what really we recommend doing a lot here on this channel. Before we continue with today's episode, I want to share a few more details about today's video sponsor, Shoshone Rose Casino. Shoshone Rose Casino is not only my local casino, but my personal favorite. Located in Lander, Wyoming, Shoshone Rose offers a clean, smoke-free environment with a wide selection of games in all denominations, including my favorites, Pinball and Top Dollar. They also offer a top-notch hotel that's quiet and clean, plus some of the rooms even have fireplaces, which pairs nicely with the views of the Wind River mountain range. Other amenities include an indoor pool that you can use year-round, a gift shop, a great restaurant, and a nice outdoor smoking area with a fire pit. Shoshone Rose is a must-stop destination when you're on your way to Yellowstone. Plan your visit today at shoshonerose.com. All right, guys, so I told you I was going to show you the most important thing to do. So we cashed out that $1,000 voucher. Now, here in my handy-dandy backpack, I have my lockbox. So we are going to, which my lockbox is a little big and bulky, so because I use the one from my blackjack table at home. So we turned $100 into $1,000. So this is what we started with. We're going to set that aside, and let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's take $500, and we are going to put it in the box, and that box is locked. The keys are at home, so now I cannot access this. So that goes back into the backpack, and then this is going to be our play money, which we're going to play another game. All right, guys, so we've done really well here at the Shoshone Rose today. We started with $100 into Misread, a new game that they have on the floor. We made a little over $300 on that one. Then we took that $300 to Eagle Bucks, and we turned that into $1,000. So we already have $100 to $1,000, and then we put $500 into the box. So we do still have some money left to play on, and we are definitely going home with a profit because we put that money in the box and we left those keys at home. So we are going to do, now this is not going to give us too many spins. It's $15 a spin, $5 pinball. So a little outside of the budget. Only put $200 in here, but if we do get a pinball, that could be really, really fantastic and give us some more money to put in the box. So $15 a spin, $200 in. Let's hope for a pinball bonus. Who knows? Maybe we'll even get a hand pay. You never know. All right. Won't get us very many spins, so this could be a very short session. But hey, look at that. All right, 50 bucks just for those any bars. So we're already up and over our 200. Now we just need pinball to come out, make for a really great day. Ooh, or another double. Another double right there would have been fantastic. All right, come on, pinball. $200 does not get you very many spins on $5 denomination pinball, but we'll take the cherry for 20 bucks. Oh, there it is. Just need you on the line. Woo. Let's get pinball. Oh, come on, pinball. Double. Oh, that would have been really nice. Coulda, woulda, shoulda though, right? Most we can do is hope for a pinball. Or a double. Lots of doubles. We got it. We got the pinball. All profit, guys. All profit. All right, let's make it a good pinball. Who knows? Maybe we'll even get a jackpot. You never know. It's hard to get a jackpot on $5 denom pinball. And we're not going to get one with 15s. All right, come on. Make it good. There we go. All right, one in the bottom. Let's get all three in the bottom. Let's get that 500. Never gotten the 500 before. Not on this version of pinball. All right, 25. Doing pretty good. Still 2 shots left to go. Let's keep those numbers big. Of course it gives us the 10. All right, come on. Last shot. Make it good. Oh, it gave us the worst one. But still, 80 credits. All right, we're up to $475 in the machine. We put $200 in, so that is double what we put in the machine. So let's take it to 400, and we'll cash that out, and we'll keep that ticket aside. And then the 200 over that we started with, we will put in the box and go home with that. Oh, thought it was going to do pinball again. But we are stopping at $400 no matter what. So hopefully we can get a pinball before that $400 mark. Oh, that would have been a jackpot. 2 doubles and a triple bar. All right, last spin. All right, we're going to cash it out. So we put $200 in here. We're cashing out $410. And now what we are going to do is we are going to cash this ticket, and we are going to put 200 more into the box. And finally, we come to element number 3. This is the third foundational block, the third key, the third golden rule that you need to know in order to be a better slots player, and this is a big one. Element number 3, different slots are actually designed for a specific player type. This is where the true measure of doing better at slots really comes into play. Like the second golden rule of budget, where budget is 90% of your success and budget control is 90% of your success, this is the other 10%. This is also one of those golden rules that nobody really outside of the gaming industry really even knows is a thing, or maybe they know, but they don't exactly know how deep down the rabbit hole this actually goes. I also do want to point out for this one that I personally have been in the design studios. I've worked closely with several different developers, and I have seen the internal documentation that goes along with these machines. Every single slot game that is ever made comes with what is called a par sheet. The par sheet is an internal document that is held behind closed doors that only the insides of the casino really ever get to see. And what it is it is a sheet, it is a document that tells the casino exactly how that game is supposed to play out and all of the details associated with the operation of that game. Some games, for example, have very simple par sheets. They're very short, very sweet, and very to the point, indicating that it is a very easy, very simple game. Others have very, very long par sheets. These can be hundreds and hundreds of pages. I have even seen a par sheet that was over 1,000 pages before. It gets pretty crazy. But this basically indicates that that game is extremely complicated. It's going to be very difficult for somebody to really hit something good on it, especially on a regular basis. Now, the developers and the game designers, when they sit down to make a game, they have a target audience in mind. What audience are we going to target this game most to? This also means that in that design factor, they are also accounting for what is the average spend of that target audience. Now we're tying into block number 2 again. See, all the foundation blocks, they come together, and this is why it's important to really understand all 3 of them. So a game designer might actually design a slot machine, design a new game, and then they might market it and pitch it as this game is designed to really intrigue your high limit players, meaning that it is going to take a significantly higher average bankroll for the average player in order to truly feel the impact of the game and get a good ride out of the game and be able to experience everything that the game has to offer. What ultimately happens is these games end up getting popular for other reasons, whether that's flashy graphics or any kind of perceived persistence like a pot or a pig or a firecracker, something like that. These games get really popular for that reason. And all the while, you, the player, have no clue that that game was not designed for the budget that you brought with you to the casino. And this is where most people fail, because once again, you have to take all of the foundation blocks into consideration. You have to pick games that are appropriate for the budget that you brought with you to the casino. That right there is the one thing. If there was one thing alone that could make you a better slots player, it is that right there. You have to learn to pick games that are appropriate and made for the budget that you have. So I'll just toss out some examples. If you have a small budget, and let's say you're just going for the entertainment, maybe you're meeting a group of friends for some drinks, or you're out celebrating somebody's birthday, and you're not really a huge gambler, you don't want to get a big jackpot or anything like that, you just want to go for the entertainment, then by all means, you can play any game that you want that's fun for you. I would recommend doing something at a very low, very minimum bet. Try to get the most spins out of the game just so you can have fun with it and get an entertainment factor. But you do have to realize and understand that with a budget that's that small, say $20, you can't expect anything really big to happen from that. So if you are going into the casino and you're just wanting to have a little fun and be entertained, then play those lower bets, play those lower denoms, get as many spins out of the game as you possibly can. Just have fun and enjoy the game, but keep your reality in check and realize that you're probably not going to hit anything big. It does happen, but most likely it's not going to happen. Now let's look at another example. Say you come into the casino and you do have a small budget, but you really would like to get something. Maybe you come into the casino with $100 and you're like, I really would like to get something bigger. I want to work my way up to maybe get your first jackpot or something like that. Then start with a very simple game, a very basic game, and really keep your budget control in mind every step of the way. Play it, double it up, set a little bit aside, double that up, set it aside. And the higher you grow up on the ladder, then you can start moving to the higher denoms. Use the 1% rule. We talk about that a lot here on the channel, where 1% of your budget, that should be your max bet amount. So if you say brought $100 in, you shouldn't let your bet amount exceed $1. And then as you get up there, maybe you get built up to $500, then you can try a $5 machine. Do something like that slow buildup. Eventually you'll get to that point. Now you can always fail at it because it is still a slot machine, and that's ties back into foundation block number 1. So again, all the foundation blocks coming together. You have to make sure to get all of them in place. But if that's your situation, then learn how to pocket your wins. Take some breaks, really ride it out as long as you possibly can, and always keep your budget in mind at the absolute forefront of everything, every decision that you're making. Now let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum for our last example. Let's say you have a giant budget, let's say $5,000, $10,000 plus, and let's say that losses don't affect you. You've already accounted for losing that money. You've got plenty more set aside. Losses are not going to affect you. Then at that point, then yeah, you can push the envelope. You can take more risks. You can start playing things that are higher in volatility, that are more complicated, stuff like that. That's really what those games are designed for, is somebody with a lot higher of a budget. But this is the key part to this foundational block. No matter what your path is, so if you fit into one of those examples, great. But no matter what your path is, stay on your path. Do not try to keep up with the Joneses. Look to your left, look to your right, see what other people are doing, and do not deviate from your path. You'll get there eventually. You can work up from one stage to another. It just takes time. But do not ever attempt to try to chase something or try to say, oh, you know what? Wow, that person's hitting a lot and they're doing $100 a spin. It must be because the machine is different. That's foundation block number 1. I have to do that. That's foundation block number 2. You're going outside of your budget. And then ultimately that leads to failure. So you see how all of these blocks really come together. Do not try to deviate out of your own path. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. That's really the key thing. But for element number 3, it's going to be picking machines that are appropriate for your budget.
In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to pick the best slot machine for you. And we're going to be doing a lot in this episode today. We're going to break this down into 3 different categories. The first category is going to be what to do with a $100 budget. We're going to start low budget. And then the next category is going to be a $500 budget, and we're going to round it out by doing a high limit budget. So a lot going on in today's video. Not only am I going to be showing you which is going to be the best game to pick and how you can go about doing this, but we're also going to be playing the games as well. If you are new here, my name is Brantley. I am a slot tech. I've been doing this for a very long time, and on this channel, we educate you guys on different methods that you can use to help improve your slot play and better your chances in the casino. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It's the same thing as following someone on Facebook. And if you're new here, please do check out the video library for a lot more different tips and other episodes. So let's get started with our step number 1, which is always walk around the casino. And remember, we're starting with that $100 budget, and the budget is going to get bigger as we go along. All right, guys, so let's get started with that $100 budget. And remember, we're going to be doing a lot in this episode today. So for each of the categories, for each of the budget categories, I'm going to be showing you guys 3 different games: a low volatile game, a middle range volatile game, and a high volatile game. But there is something very important to keep in mind. Always remember that the volatility goes in tandem with your budget. The smaller budget that you're working with, almost any game is going to feel very high in volatility. So I'm going to showcase games that are in that category of volatility depending on the budget that you're working with. First things first, good game that we're going to start with is Triple Red Hot Sevens. Now, with budgeting, I do want to go over our 1% rule really quick. So the 1% rule, if you are new here, is the bet amount shouldn't exceed the budget that you have. If you are trying to bankroll build, or if you're trying to extend your time in the casino, you want a little bit more time on device, you should really stick with the 1% rule. So we're gonna stick with that 1% rule for our $100 budget, which means we wanna try to find games that are roughly around a $1 bet. Now, low volatility games, such as this one right here, are going to extend your time in the casino and make your bankroll last a little bit longer. On this game, 50-cent denom, it's a 2-credit game, would be $1 a spin. So this would actually be a really good low volatile option. But we understand that a lot of casinos, especially the newer ones, don't have these classic games. So let's find a more middle range volatile game that fits our budget. Okay guys, let's check out a little more of a mid-range volatility option for a $100 budget. This game is pretty common in casinos. Now, in general, for most budgets, this game is considered on the lower end of the volatility scale. But remember, volatility goes in tandem with your budget. The smaller budget that you're working with, the more higher in volatility it's going to feel for you during your gameplay experience. So Twin Win would be another good option. Now, we just want to make sure, again, we want to try to stick around that $1 bet. So on this one, we could do 10 credit, not 10 multiplier bet, not 10 credit. 10 multiplier bet would be $1.50 a spin. So it's just 50 cents more expensive for a game like Twin Win. So this would be a good middle of the road option if, say, your casino doesn't have many classic games, or you're looking for something with a little bit more excitement. A lot of times people don't really like the classic games too much because they can sometimes feel a little boring. It is going to be a little more expensive, but it does still fit in line with that $100 budget. Now let's say you want something a little more exciting, maybe something with progressives and bonuses. Let's go take a look at that higher volatile option for a $100 budget. All right, so let's take a look at a higher volatile option for a lower bankroll. Rake and Bacon is actually a pretty good choice. There is something that I do want to point out about this game. So maybe you do want some more higher excitement. You want some progressives, you want some bonuses, you want some options. Rake and Bacon is going to be a good choice for that. But again, we want to try to stick around that $1 bet, especially if you're working with a smaller budget. Now, on this one, the closest we could get, we could do the minimum, which would be 88 cents, or we could go up to $1.76. Now on this one thing that I do want you to notice, the first one, the low volatile option, $1 was the maximum bet. On the middle option, the Twin Win, about $1.50, that was middle of the road. Now, if you want to play around that same, $1.76 would only be a multiplier of 2. So as you can see, we're spending more, but you're getting a little bit less back in that multiplier. Again, this has a lot to do with the progressives and the bonuses and stuff like that. So I just wanted to show you guys 3 different options of what your casino might have if you're looking for a game with a low budget. Now, let's do the exciting part. Let's pick what game is going to be the best for a $100 budget. Let's sit down and let's play it. All right guys, so what is the best option for a $100 budget? We're going to do the lowest volatile option, which is going to be our Triple Red Hot. So we got our $100 here. We're going to go ahead, we're going to put that $100 bill into the machine. We're going to play max bet on 50 cents. So that is our 1% rule, sticking right around $1. And throughout this, I'm going to be giving you guys tips and advice on what does a low volatility slot mean? What are its features? What is that all about? Well, for starters, we can tell it's low volatility because it's very simple. It's very straightforward. Right away, before we even start playing the game, we know that our budget, it's going to maintain. So we're going to pretty much, we'll be getting a little bit of our bets back here and there, so on and so forth. But again, if you're working with a lower budget, it is very important and critical to try to stick to that 1% rule. The higher budget that you have, maybe not so much, you can deviate from it a little bit, but if you've got a low budget, your goal should be obviously entertainment first, trying to maintain yourself, extend your time in the casino, and of course build up that bankroll. So let's see what we can turn $100 into. We've got $100 loaded up into the game here. And again, we're sticking with the 1% rule, so we're gonna put it on 50 cents. It's gonna be 2 credits a spin. Let me zoom out here. 2 credits a spin, so 50 cents. We started with $100. You can see if we put it on dollar, there's 100. So 50 cents. Let's see if we can't get some of those triples. And again, I'll kind of be giving you guys pointers throughout. So obviously with the classic games, a lot of people don't find the classic games very exciting, but as soon as we do start getting some line hits, I'll point out some really important features to remember. Hopefully that comes soon. Oh, triple there would be nice. Man, dead spinning like crazy. So one thing really quick that I do want to reiterate and really hit home, because I think this is a big confusion with a lot of folks. Low volatility does not mean easy win. Okay, it just means it's going to maintain for a longer period of time. It's going to be a more slow and steady. Just keep that in mind with low volatility. You're noticing, obviously, we're down 20 bucks, which is not bad. We're down 20 bucks right now out of our 100, but what you'll notice is once we do start getting those line hits, it's going to be much bigger than our bet that we're putting in, at least our bet back or better. That's a feature of a lower volatility game. You go to a higher volatility game, sometimes you're betting like 10 bucks a spin and you get back like 80 cents. That's more of a higher volatility game feature. Lower volatility, we're betting $1. We're betting $1 a spin. We're gonna get at least $1 back for our line hits, most likely more. All right, so we got our first line hit. We got $5 for that line hit right there. So we're betting $1, we got $5 back. So you see, that's kind of the biggest difference that you have to look at with the volatility. Oh, come on. Triple blue sevens. All right, let's look up at our pay table. So that is $75. We're at a profit. So that's kind of that feature of that lower volatility game, is you might not get as many line hits. Let's just be honest. You're probably not going to get as many line hits with those classic low volatility games, but when you do, they are going to be better. We put $100 in here. We are now at $150. So we're almost to a double up point when you think about it. So evaluation time, and this is going to be really important, especially if you're working with a lower budget, is learning to stop and pause and evaluate. Even if you decide to continue playing, you at least want to set yourself a point where you're like, okay, you know what, I got myself a really good win. What do I want to do? Do I want to continue on? And if I do want to continue on, where is my stopping point going to be? This is a critical thing that trips up most slot players. So let's set our stopping point at $100. So that's what we started with. But we got a $50 profit already, which is pretty nice. All right, we will take that. So we're gonna say our stopping point is gonna be 100 or 200, whichever comes first. Oh, another triple blue seven would be nice. Oh, I thought I almost called it into existence. Hey, but we'll take that. And again, guys, we're only betting $1 a spin, so our budget is stretching. We're making it last. We're back up over our 150. Again, all right, another $5. $5 on a $1 bet is a pretty good return. All right, let's see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get ourselves something good before we get to that 150 point again. How about 3 triples? That'd be pretty nice. Oh man, hoping for a triple. There we go. Hey, right at the 150 mark. I want you to notice something that's really big and important with low volatility games. You notice, if you've been paying attention down here in the credit window, we're pretty much hovering. We're hovering right around. Might not be exciting to most, but again, if you're trying to build points, if you're trying to make your time last longer in the casino, or if you're trying to build a bankroll, these are ultimately going to be your best option. But always remember, it is still a slot machine, no matter what slot machine you play. Whether it is the best slot machine or the worst slot machine, no matter what slot machine you play, you can still lose on it. So it doesn't work every time if you're trying to double up or do a bankroll build. It doesn't work all the time. Triple. All right, we're maintaining. We're at 161 right now. We're actually pretty dang close. A couple more good hits, we could be at 200. Ooh, man, that'd be nice. Let's get one more triple combo. Triple? No, but we'll take that. Again, you see we're hovering. So I'm reevaluating as I go, and I'm looking at the time. I'm looking at the time that we've spent on device already, and we've been playing this game now about 8 minutes or so, and we've made a profit, and we're still hovering right around that profit. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this down to 150, so we leave with a $50 profit. And hey, guys, if you start with $100, a $50 profit is pretty dang good. So keep that into perspective, keep that in mind. All right, last spin. Oh man, too bad we didn't have that. Anyway, we're gonna cash out. We played this game for about 8 minutes or so and really made it last. Oh, that's loud. So we played this game for about 8 minutes or so. We made our money last, and I hope you guys are able to see, especially, I can't stress this enough, if you're working with a low budget, your focus should just be on maintaining, having fun, doing what you enjoy, but try to make your money last, try to double up. Hey, a $50 profit on $100 is not bad. So now that we've kind of shown some different options of a $100 budget, let's talk about what if you have a little bit bigger of a budget, that $500 budget. All right, guys, so we were able to tackle the low budget section. So if you are working with $100, we were able to tackle that. But now let's tackle working with $500. So maybe you have a little bit bigger of a budget. What is going to be a good game to play with $500? Well, again, we do kind of want to stick to that 1% rule, because $500 might seem like it's a pretty good budget, but it can actually go by pretty quick. So we want to try to keep our bet amounts on this around $5 a spin. Let's start with the lowest volatile option that we can find, red, white, and blue. Now, here's the thing about this game. If you look at the pay table, it's relatively even, with the exception of the top line payout, which means that it's perfectly all right to play 1 credit on this. You don't have to play max. So we could do a $5 game and just play a single credit. That would put us right in line with that $5 bet, and it would be the lowest volatile option. So good game to play on a $500 budget. Let's go take a look at something again. Maybe your casino doesn't have games like this. Let's go take a look at something with a little bit more risk that would also be a good fit for a $500 budget. All right, guys, so middle volatile option with a $500 budget. A really good fit for this would actually be a newer version of Top Dollar, one that has the 5-line configuration. So this one has a 5-line configuration, dollar denom. Now there is an extra credit bet, so you're not playing 5 credits on this, you're actually playing 6. And you want to make sure to really focus on why you're paying for that extra bonus. It's because you get the scatter with the 6 credits. So that's going to be really important to play. So this one is going to be $1 more expensive than that lower volatile option, but it is going to have a bonus. And it's going to have a little bit more excitement to it, and it's going to still be a good fit for a $500 budget. But let's say maybe you're not a fan of those 3 reel games. You want something a little more thrilling. You want something a little more exciting, a little more bonuses, more progressives, whatever it is. Let's go take a look at a higher volatile option that would be good for a $500 budget. All right, guys, so a little bit more exciting of an option. This is going to be on the higher volatility end, especially with a $500 budget. But the good news about this one is it does have a $5 bet option. This is dollar action. Now, dollar action, you still have the progressives up here, the major and the minor, which are must hits. This one, we can do 5 lines at 1 credit, so a $5 bet on this one. Now, again, remember and keep something in mind, I know I've said this plenty, volatility goes in tandem with your budget. The smaller budget you have, the more volatile it's going to feel. Any Ainsworth is going to be a good choice for around this budget type, especially if you keep with that $5 bet level. So 5 line, 1 credit, it's going to be a pretty good option. It's going to give you a bonus, it's going to give you some progressives, it's going to have a lot of fun and excitement to it. So now, with that being said, let's find out which game is going to be best of those 3 to play with a $500 budget, and let's sit down and let's give it a shot. All right, guys, so we reviewed all of those games for the $500 budget. Let's play that middle of the road option, that middle volatility option, get a little bit more excitement in the game. So that's going to be our double top dollar with a $500 budget. Now this one, we're going to want to try to still stick around that 1% rule, but we are going to have to bet that extra credit on this game to make sure we get that scatter. If you don't bet that extra credit, you're kind of giving up a lot. So we want to make sure that we're doing that. Also, really important on this game in particular, on the new top dollars, always check to make sure, because these are configurable with different lines. You do have the option to hit this change game button right there and select between 5 line or 9 line. Want to make sure that for this budget, you're on the 5 line version. So 5 line, it's going to be $6 a spin with a $500 starting budget. We need top dollar to fall on that reel. Let's see what we can do with our $500 budget, see what we can turn it into. All right, here we go. $6 a spin. On this one, we need top dollar to fall anywhere on that 3rd reel. Oh, I see you hiding up there, top dollar. And again, it is 5 lines on this game. Oh man, just scoot up. There we go. Oh, all right, hey, we'll take that. Oh, come on, top dollar. Oh, double. Oh man, there it was, hiding down there. Ding, ding. 2 credits for a cherry. So that middle of the road volatile option, it's going to be a little more risk for a little more reward. So as you can see, we're not making much off of the line hits. Your goal is really to try to get that bonus. You want to get that bonus, right? So the middle of the road volatile option, it's going to be a little bit higher risk. But if you notice, sticking with around our 1% rule, we're at $434. We started with $500. That's pretty good at maintaining. So it's not as big of a jump as, say, a high volatile game would be. But we really want that top dollar to come out, especially. right, there we go. More than our bet. Let's go, top dollar. Red sevens. We'll take that. 84 bucks, not bad. Brings us almost back up to our 500. Oh, we need that top dollar to come out there. We haven't had a bonus yet. Come on. Not bad. All right, come on, top dollar, let's get serious. Oh man, really quickly, I want to give you guys a quick word of advice. I want you to notice something throughout the video that we're doing. With an appropriate budget and picking the games that are appropriate for that budget and picking the bet amount that's appropriate for that budget, you notice we're able to maintain a lot better. That is a huge thing that slot players get wrong, is they go into the casino and they're like, man, I'm just dumping money. I just feel like I'm dumping all this money, because we're not picking the machines and the bet amounts that are appropriate for the budget that you have. And also, guys, really quick reminder, you can adapt all of this to whatever budget that you bring with you. If you bring less than 100 bucks, maybe you only bring 20 bucks, adapt it to that. If you're out there and you bring $20,000, adapt it to that. You can adapt all of these tips. So let's continue on. Let's hope we get a top dollar. Oh, come on, top dollar. All right, we'll take that. Finally, all right. Let's make it a good one. All right, come on, top dollar. First offer.
45 credits times 2.
Okay.
90 credits.
90 bucks. That's pretty good. Let's take a look at what the machine says, though. What's it gonna say? It says try again. That answer right there, guys, is the mathematical best answer. It's not always the right answer, but mathematically, it's gonna be the best answer. So we're gonna try again.
Second offer. 35 credits times 2.
Less of an offer,
70
but
credits.
let's see what the machine says. We'll give it a second. Try again.
Third offer. 85 credits.
85 credits. All right, so that's a little bit better, but let's see. See what the machine says. We're gonna follow the machine's advice on this one. It says try again, okay. We're going all the way, final offer.
40 credits.
All right,
Times
80
2.
bucks.
80 credits. Boy, you're a winner.
Not our best, but not the worst either. And it brings us back up over our $500 budget. So again, what I mentioned before, we're maintaining. That's the biggest thing, just maintain your time. So let's evaluate. Let's take this down to, we'll see how it does by 400 bucks. We'll have that be our evaluation point. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get a top dollar before then. Maybe some of those red sevens again. Oh, double. Dang it. Double dang it. This game loves to do that. Hey, top dollar, all right. Let's see what we can get. Something bigger than 80
First
bucks.
offer. 15 credits times 2. 30 credits.
Definitely trying again on that.
Offer. 95 credits.
95 credits is pretty good. Let's see what the machine says, because that's bigger than what we got offered last time. Well, it says try again. All right.
Third offer.
Let's see if we can do better than 95.
85 credits.
85's okay. But let's go all the way.
Final
offer.
45 credits.
Ugh.
Boy, you're a winner.
Man, should have taken that 95. But I guess it's part of the game, right? 45's better than 0. And hey, we're almost back up to our 500 bucks. We're only down $2. So let's leave it at that $400 evaluation point and continue on. Maybe we'll get lucky and get another top dollar. That's pretty good. 80 bucks brings us up to a profit. All right, so now after that, let's change our evaluation point. Now our evaluation point is going to be 500. So we'll take this to 500, which is what we started with. Come on, let's see a top dollar. All right, there's that. Come on, top dollar before 500, please. All right, let's make this the last spin. Oh, no last spin magic. We're gonna go ahead, we're going to cash that out. Now guys, remember what I said. If you notice, we've been maintaining really, really well during this during these games here so far. So that's I can't stress it enough. That's critical, guys. It's just maintain yourself. Slow your roll a little bit. Pick games that are appropriate for your budget. So now that we have had a chance to see, we tried low bets. Well, we tried our low denom. We tried with our $100 bets, or our $100 budget. We did a $500 budget. Now, let's go take a look at some high risk, high reward. What happens if you've got a big budget, $1,000 plus? All right, guys, so we were able to tackle the low budget. We were able to tackle a $500 budget, but what if you have a bigger budget? Let's say you're coming in and you got a nice bit of cash on you and you're wanting to try to find something that's going to be the best option for if you have a high budget. Guys, we are talking about high limits in this section today. So in this section, we're going to start with what a good low limit option or a good low volatility option would be, a good middle of the road volatility option would be, and the best high volatility option. One thing that I do want to mention, especially about volatility, once you start getting a bigger budget, volatility starts to play a little bit less of a role. There is going to still be volatility, but remember what I always said, volatility goes in tandem with your budget. So the bigger budget you have, you're going to have a lot more leeway because you're going to be able to withstand all of those spins. So on this one, we're going to be talking about $1,000 plus budget. So what would be a good low volatility option? Well, we're coming back to the triple red hot, but this time it's going to be in the higher denom configuration. So $10 max bet would be 20 bucks a spin. $5 max bet would be 10 bucks a spin. You could do either one of those. Again, as you have a bigger budget, you're going to have a lot more room to kind of play with on this. So this would be a good low volatile option for a high limit. Let's take a look at that middle road volatile option. Okay guys, continuing on with those high limit games that are gonna be good for higher limit budgets. Middle of the road, really good option is of course my favorite game of pinball in the higher limit configuration. So on this one, we've got a $10 denom. Now you do wanna make sure on this game that you are playing the max credits, which is 3 credits a spin. So on $10, it's gonna be 30 bucks a spin. On $20, it's gonna be 60 bucks a spin. So depending on how much money you're bringing with you and depending on your budget, you might wanna adjust accordingly on that. But this is kind of where you start to get into that jackpot realm. If you get a pinball on 20, most likely it's going to be a jackpot. On 10, it can also be as well. But pinball is a good middle of the road volatile option. Now let's take a look at a high risk, high reward, would be good for a high limit budget. All right guys, so we have reached the tippy top. If you've got a high limit budget, and again, a high limit budget, and you're wanting to go big, what is going to be a good high volatile option for you? That is going to be your Dragon Links, your Dragon Caches, your Lightning Links, stuff like that. Guys, I cannot stress enough, these games are really designed and intended for someone with a larger budget. You can still have success at them with lower budgets, but it's very difficult, and these games can take your money very quickly. So you want to have that bigger budget to really withstand the swings that these games can give you. But Dragon Caches, Dragon Links, that would be your Autumn Moons, your Genghis Khans, those are going to be really good high volatile options for, again, a higher budget. So let's put all this together and let's find out what game is going to be best for that high limit budget. All right guys, now we are talking high limit. This is going to be high risk, high reward. Now, throughout this video, we have been focusing on the 1% rule, which is your bet amount shouldn't really exceed 1% of your overall bankroll. But in this particular section, we're talking about those of you out there that are working with a bigger budget. So maybe you're not looking to bankroll build. You really just kind of want more risk, more reward kind of deal. So you can go outside of the 1% rule on this. Again, the 1% rule is really intended for those trying to bankroll build, extend their time in the casino, and really, earn points and make their experience just kind of more level and continue on slow and steady, so to speak. So, but for this particular section, we're going high risk, high reward. This also means that we have a very, very high probability chance of just straight out losing all of this cash. So that's what we're going to focus on today. This is the highest volatility or higher volatility for a high budget. Guys, this is Dragon Link Autumn Moon. So let's take a look at those progressives up there. Major's pretty small on this one, 500 bucks, a little over. But we're going to be playing on the $2 denom, and you notice that minor is now 2,500 and the mini is 500. Now, on this $2 denom on this particular game, the bet amounts go all the way up to $50 a spin, and we're going to play it on that $50 a spin. Now, remember what I've said in previous videos, and if you're new here, this will be new information to you guys on your Dragon Links, your Lightning Links, your Locket Links, Dragon Cash, stuff like that. The higher your bet multiplier goes, so these options down here, the higher your bet multiplier goes, the more chances you have of getting the words, so to speak, to come out. That would be your minis, your minors, and that major. And I do apologize if the camera's a little shaky. This chair is fixed in place, so it's kind of difficult to have the tripod here, so I'm gonna do my best, bear with me. So we've got this one on here. We've got $2,500 loaded up into the game here, and we are going to try some $50 bets, so 50 bucks a spin. On Autumn Moon, we need 3 of those moons, or of course, 6 of those fireballs. Me personally, I like the moons bonus the best because you can get the full screen Autumn. It just makes it a lot more exciting. So max bet, $2 denom, 6 of those fireballs or 3 of those moons. High risk, high reward. This could go by quickly. Let's go. Oh, there's 2, and those are our moons right there. So 3 of those. I like the moons bonus personally the best. And of course, our autumns are wild. All right, we get our bet back for 3 kings. Ooh, moons. Just 1 moon. Oh, 2 moons. Now let's get 3. It is only a 5-line game on this version. Oh, come on, Autumn. Let's see a bonus. Come on. That first moon, second moon. All right, 50 bucks back for that. Come on, moons, come out for us. 3 moons. Oh, there's that major. We got the major. All right. So we got the major jackpot for $507. It's a pretty low major, but this has the opportunity to be pretty dang big. And again, guys, that higher bet multiplier is going to lead to more words coming out. So in this particular situation, a minor is gonna be best. So blue word, a minor, because that's 2,500 bucks. But right now we're pretty dang close to a jackpot. So let's see what we get. Big numbers. All right, that's a small one. We need some big ones. Oh, all tiny numbers. We need big numbers, come on. Big number. Mini, or major, or minor. We already got the major. Oh. Hey, free spin's complete, but not a bad bonus. Don't think it's gonna be a jackpot, but we'll see. See what we got. So we got that major. Now let's add up everything else. $600. It is right under the line of a hand pay, which is really, really nice. 1,107 bucks. Not a bad win. And it's gonna print us out a ticket because it goes over the machine limit. So we're gonna get a ticket for that bonus for that 1,107, and we're gonna hold that aside because, you know, we put 2,500 in. So hopefully we can have that happen again. We're gonna continue on, fingers crossed. Let's go Autumn. Let's get those moons now. Oh, or 3 more. Mini's 500. One more. So in the moon bonus, you have the opportunity to get the full screen of Autumn, and that is very, very valuable, especially at high limits. So we're gonna continue on, see how we do, see if we can't get lucky, get ourselves another bonus. Ooh, that'd be a good one. Ooh, 3 balls short and 1 moon short. Oh, there's another major. 3 more. Could have gotten the major a second time. That'd be pretty cool, get 2 majors. Obviously the major on this one was a little low, but that's okay. Ooh, that's a good start. Not a good finish. All right, that's pretty good, 150 bucks, we'll take that. $70, not bad. So throughout the video today, we've been focusing on maintaining and going kind of slow and steady. And that's what you want to do when you're working with lower budgets. But if you're working with a higher budget, that might not be as important to you. So, because I know a lot of people, especially that are working with the higher budgets, they want that big risk, big reward factor. That speaker is really loud, that our reward points. I want to get a really big school of numbers. That'd be nice. Or 3 of those moons. All right, come on. Let's see a minor. Minor come out, come on. Oh, another major. You notice the major's coming out quite a bit. That's because of our bet multiplier, because our bet multiplier is higher. We do still have that ticket behind, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna play this down, see if we can get another bonus, but we're keeping that ticket with us. Hopefully we get those moons come out. Or another hold and spin would be nice too. Some 5 of a kinds, something. Sounded nice. 4 of a kind kings is 200 bucks. That's not bad. 3 more? No, no such luck. 1 more moon. Shoot. Not getting those moons yet though. Be nice if we got the moons. Ooh, I saw a little flash of blue go by. Oh, come on, 3 more. Nope. There's that major again. It's coming out a lot. Obviously we already got it, so it already reset. All right, so we're down to 300 bucks, not too much more spins to go. Hopefully we get a last minute save, last minute bonus on Autumn here. All right, 2 more spins, 3 more spins actually. All right, that's good. Rabbits are our best symbol on this one, next to Autumn. Ooh, $2,500 ball. That'd be nice to get the bonus with that. All right, final spin on Autumn. Here we go. And now we get to choose our dragon, so we're gonna do that. 1 in 5 chance. No such luck. But hey, you know what? We did get a bonus. We had a pretty good run. We got a $1,107 bonus, which isn't bad. So that was kind of a little demonstration of the higher volatility. So let's go to a quick wrap up and put this all together. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you were kind of able to put all of this together. Again, we looked at a lot of different games that would be good for 3 different types of budgets: a low budget, a $500 budget, which is actually an average budget, and then of course that higher limit budget. So I hope you guys were able to kind of notice a little bit. You notice that lower budget, the lower volatility. We lasted quite a long time. Same, we did pretty good on that middle of the road, the medium volatility game, working with the slightly bigger budget. And on our higher budget, on Autumn Moon, we did get a bonus. It actually wasn't too good of a bonus for a $50 bet, but we did get that major to drop. We did get a bonus on it. So I hope you guys were able to kind of see and piece together. There's a lot of factors when playing slots, but the biggest factors to always remember is always, always, always play within your budget, play within your means, number 1. And number 2 is make sure that you're picking the games that are appropriate for the budget amounts that you bring with you to the casino. And take your time. If you're working with a lower budget, slow roll it for a while. Take your time. Use that 1% rule. If you're working with a higher budget, obviously you've got more room to have fun, but you still want to be careful and still want to be a little more reserved on it.
Now on this channel, I do have so many videos in the library of exactly how to identify what game is going to be a higher volatile game, what game is going to be a lower volatile game. We also have tons of videos in the library of actually playing and demonstrating various different types of games, everything from penny to $100 spins and everything in between. All different types of games. So be sure, if you are new here, to check out the video library and just browse through, because there are so many videos, especially on this topic, especially on this element number 3. So be sure, hey, hit that like and subscribe button while you're at it, but be sure to check out the video library. It is possible to do better at slots. It is possible to start lessening your losses, and it is possible to start walking away from the casino with money. But always remember these foundational blocks. And again, like I said before, if you don't accept all 3 of these foundational blocks wholeheartedly, then you're going to continue to ever be in this vicious cycle. There's no secret tricks. There's no secret sauce. A game maker and a casino would never allow a game to be in operation where you as the player could manipulate something. Budget is going to be 90% of your success. What kind of a budget are you bringing, and are you keeping your reality in check? And are you picking machines that are appropriate for your budget? Really look at the games that you're playing. You might not realize that some of these games out there are designed for somebody that's on a different path than you are. So really, what is your path? Figure out your budget and figure out your path, and then look around the casino. Take that walk. Watch our video on how to pick a slot machine, because it details the 10 points that you need to look for. Walk around the casino and say, okay, is this machine on my path? If it is, then try for that one. But always keep your reality in check and never deviate from your path until you get to a point where you can. So be careful out there, plan accordingly, budget properly, and always remember that slot machine strategy has nothing to do with controlling the machine. It has everything to do with controlling yourself. Give this video a like, a subscribe would be nice, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Check out these other videos and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more slot tips. It's always free. Visit ropethejackpot.com for free guides and a whole lot more. Catch you on the next episode.